Hey guys, and welcome back to my FIFA 23 Manager Career Mode. It is Dinamo Zagreb who we are coaching currently. We are in the second season of this career mode, and if you haven't seen it, we have qualified for the Champions League playoffs, and that's what we're going to be doing today. We have a Champions League playoff against one of the Romanian teams that we removed from the Romanian league, because we created a Balkan league with a lot of the rest of the world teams, which means we had to reconfigure the Romanian league, and that meant moving a lot of the Romanian teams out, and they are replacing the rest of the world teams. So we're going to come up against a lot of them in the qualifiers for the Champions League. So that's what we're going to do today, with a bunch of the league games that we still need to play. We had an offer in the last episode from the Hungary national team, and we rejected that. I didn't want to do it again. I've done it in the previous version of FIFA. I was hungry for a long time, so I want to do something new. Savka Kovakovic, one of our youth academy players, is in negotiations to go out on loan. Robert Lubicic, who we were trying to get out on transfer, the negotiations have broken down for that one, so someone else is going to have to try and pick him up. Dragomir Juric, another youth academy player, is in ongoing loan negotiations. Anton Jovanovic, their loan negotiations have broken down as well, so we're trying to move some players out to get them out so they can develop, because they're just not going to get game time. And this is the B team squad that I've made, so when this season I'm going to have to play a lot of games midweek, so I'm going to start developing these guys and have this B squad ready to go for some of the league matches in between games when we need to rest players. So it's going to be a lot more opportunity this season to see some of the youth players and second string players playing. But getting into our first game of this episode, and it is up against HJK Helsinki from Finland. And you can see Calvo there is in goals. He is now taking the lead role as Adzani is playing the ball in, and it's Emreli coming in from the back post, and that is saved by the Helsinki keeper. We are playing the B team this game because Helsinki didn't feature that well last season, and we have got a Champions League qualifier coming up, so I want to rest our main team and give these guys a run so that they're fresh for the Champions League qualifiers. Kleinheisler goes in to the box and opens the scoring. We just turned down an offer to coach his national team, but that hasn't affected his ability to turn up and play and get us the lead in this game. Beautiful shot across the keeper, and he's been good for us when he has come on, and he's going to get a lot more game time this season because he's going to be one of the more experienced players in that B squad that we've got running, as we are in the 35th minute, and it's Špikic running down the wing, and it's left for Adzani, who scored recently, and he scored again coming down off the opposite wing in similar fashion. Špikic with the cross. I'm pretty sure that was the supplier in the last goal that he scored. Beautiful cross, all on his own, Adzani, and the Australian puts us 2 goals in front. The half volley, and the keeper got a touch on it, but it wasn't enough, and it's 2-0 Dinamo Zagreb. And our B team are getting it done as we move into the second half, and it's Helsinki on the attack. And this is Brown. Brown goes in, and it is a goal. They get a goal back, Helsinki, via Abu Bakari. It's 2-1, and we're left wanting there in defense, and we got scored on in very similar fashion in the last video. So a lot of space, and just Calvo probably could have tried to palm that away, but all on his own. Abu Bakari walks one into the net. And it's 2-1 in the second half. Arzani comes off, the goal scorer, and some of our youth academy players are coming on as Helsinki try to go forward, and it's stolen by Bochkai, who just come back from loan, and Špikić is on the ball again, and he's going on his own, and he's just chipped it over to Emreli, and it falls again to Kleinheisler, who gets his second goal of the game. The Helsinki defense couldn't clear Emreli with the initial shot, and it bounced straight into the path of Kleinheisler, who's put it into the back of the net. Goalkeeper came first time. The defender lost the ball, couldn't clear. Kleinheisler was there to pounce, and it's 3-1 late in the game. '89th minute now, and it's Helsinki going forward again, and this is Brown with hordes of space going into the box, and he's backheeled it to Lingman, and a second effort from Lingman is taken by Calvo, and that is full time, and it is another win for Dinamo Zagreb. Our B team getting it done. As you can see, a lot of unfamiliar faces there. Marin, not unfamiliar, but not regulars in the first team. Kleinheisler getting 2 goals from 3 attempts. Špikić playing today. Emreli, the striker, who's come back from loan. And it's Dinamo Zagreb 3, HJK Helsinki 1. And it's Champions League time. Finally, we are playing Champions League football, as we won the league last season, so we have earned the right to play off for a spot in the group stages as we say goodbye to one of our players. And I think this is someone going out on loan. I can't remember who it was, so we're going to check. It is Savko Kovacevic, and he is going to a long named team for a 2-year loan to develop and come back ready to go and play more regular football for us. So we are up against CS Mioveni from Romania, as I said before, and the press here was saying that they are like not favored, that we are an overwhelming favorite to win this game. And at the time, I didn't realize it was a Romanian team that we had subbed out of the Romanian league to create our Balkan league. And I was like, why are they saying we're so overpowered? This is Champions League, right? So we're going to be playing some top teams in Europe to try and qualify. And then it dawned on me later that this is one of the Romanian teams, and the Romanian teams that we subbed out were the weakest of the weak of that competition. So then I started to understand why I saw so many Romanian teams in the playoffs. So it's Champions League football. We are going to play Mioveni away. We are playing our full squad, and the midweek games start as we go into our first foray of the Champions League. We've been building for this. We have wanted to... This is part of the goal. This was the initial goal we had coming into coaching Dinamo Zagreb, was to get them to Champions League football, build this squad. That's what the whole last season was about. So hopefully we are ready and prepared for this game and ready to take on the rest of Europe and show what we have. We have done a lot of work on this team. We have a very strong side, I think, and I think that we can compete with some of the best teams in Europe. As we kick off, and it's Antuna with the ball, playing it to Pekovic, who plays it back to Busio, to Shutolo, out to St. Justa, our new defender. who drives the ball into Ivanovic, who plays in Petkovic. And Petkovic has a crack from outside the box, and that's just wide of the post. Not troubling the keeper there. And I really didn't know what to expect and what the level was going to be like as Orsic headers one back into Vega, and it's Ivanovic with a powerful strike from the edge of the box, and we win the ball back, and it's Petkovic on the ball again to Orsic. Orsic taking on a few defenders, and Rodriguez finds himself on the ball, and this is Busio losing the ball, and Rodriguez was taken down, and it was not fairly, so we have a free kick just outside the Mioveni box, and it will be Petkovic to take it. We haven't scored any goals from these. Usually I just forget that it's a shot and I blow it over the bar, as the keeper is tested on that one and needs to make the save. As we go into attack again, and it's Antuna to Petkovic to Ivanovic, and his shot is saved. And 20 minutes in, it's all Dinamo Zagreb. Just can't get that vital finishing blow to put one in the back of the net. 26th minute now, and it's Orsic driving down the wing and goes a little bit too far. The ball not effectively cleared. Petkovic playing into Ivanovic, and it's the opening goal for the Champions League playoff. Dinamo Zagreb have had all the attack, and they are rewarded with a goal to Ivanovic, the captain, all on his own, found some space. Petkovic played him in, and it's 1-0 away from home. Do away goals still matter? I don't think they do. Or maybe they still do in Champions League. Someone tell me. As we go into attack again, it's Orsic playing in Petkovic, who plays in Ivanovic. Off the bar again, and it's in. What a goal from Ivanovic, his second in quick succession. It's come off one upright into another one, and then the keeper diving, trying to scramble to get it out, and it's already crossed the line, and it's 2-0 as we see it again, just bending it around the keeper. There's something satisfying about goals scored when they hit the bar. As we're on the attack again, Orsic is playing in Vega. Vega hasn't really featured so far, but he's setting up Rodriguez, who puts the ball wide. And it's 2-0 at half-time. Ivanovic's a handful for the defenders because he is all over the place. 4 shots, 2 goals, 50% strike rate. As we move into the second half, and it's Busio with a lovely little turn around his defender, playing in Petkovic, who plays Vega, who has another little turn, and he plays in to Rodriguez, and it's 3-0 Dinamo Zagreb. Mioveni are all at sea in defense. So many free players getting into space, just standing still to defender, and Rodriguez finds himself with a clear shot on goal. Kind of looked like he scuffed that one a little bit, but it was good enough to get past the Mioveni keeper. And things are looking good as Mioveni are trying to get out of defense, and the goalkeeper lost one high, but it is rebounded and then picked up by Rodriguez, who has another big strike from distance, and it required another save. Petkovic leaping over the top of the ball as it approached goal. It's still 3-0, and it's Orsic now Playing in Busio, who finds Pekovic. Pekovic drills it to the top left corner. And it's 4-0. Dinamo Zagreb. And this is the kind of start you want in Champions League football. If we're going to progress to the group stages. There is another qualifier to play if we progress from this. But everything's looking pretty good so far. As we go on the attack again, it's Vega playing in Antuna. And Antuna squanders an opportunity, really. It could have been easily a goal. And Antuna gets on the ball again. And he's taking on defenders left, right and centre. And this is a brilliant strike by Antuna. 5-0 Dinamo Zagreb. Steps around one defender, gets in the box and just drills another one home into the left corner of the goal. Keeper's outstretched hand could not get to it. And it's dominance from Dinamo Zagreb. As Ivanovic comes off for a rest, we make a bunch of changes with the game well in hand. As Mioveni tried to get a goal back here, but we're unable to. And Busio, and it's on the counter-attack again. And it is Emreli now who is going one-on-one with the keeper. 6-0 Dinamo Zagreb. Emreli comes on and scores a goal. And he is proving to be a great substitute striker for us already. It's kind of shot straight at the keeper who dived out the way, but still a goal. And we win our first Champions League qualifier quite handily against CS Miroveni from Romania. And that's what I was talking about. They are one of the weaker teams. So if we had come up against someone a little bit stronger, maybe this wouldn't be such a, resounding victory because, they're probably like a half or 2 or 1.5 star team. So I was wondering why we were so easily able to beat them. And then after the game, it dawned on me, it's one of the bottom teams from the Romanian league. So if you've been watching, you saw what we did to the Romanian league last year with good teams in there. So a weak team is not going to fare very well. Ljubicic is in more negotiations. WAD release clause has been met, and we're okay with that. Ljubicic sale agreement, as I was just saying. So WAD was one of the guys we signed, the Qatari player, when we first started coaching this team, and he has not played a game, I don't think. He's just been kind of floating around, went out on loan briefly, I think, and then not really getting much going on. Orsic, there was an offer for Orsic and we turned that one down. I think that was one of the Dutch teams. But anyway, moving on to the next game. This is a league game we're playing. We are playing against Shakhtar Donetsk, and it is our first team, I think, or maybe it is the second team. I saw Ivanovic there, so I can't remember who we're playing, but 3-1 is usually the score against these guys, and it looks like we are playing our first team as Shakhtar turn the ball over and we give it up, and it's Traore straight away, and he belts that one straight over the crossbar, squandering a golden opportunity for them to go 1-0 up. Shakhtar Donetsk last season, 3-1 was like the common scoreline as they go forward again, and this is Solomon who plays in Traore, and he could not quite get the required deflection on that to get the goal. But it is a corner, and I think that maybe it was a defender or the Calvo got a piece of that. As Shakhtar corner comes in, and it is headed away by our defense, but not completely, as Shakhtar try to work their way into the box, and it's Traore here playing in Solomon, and it is another corner. So all the attack is with Shakhtar in these opening 20 minutes. As Solomon sets to deliver, and the ball is headed in, and it is cleared off the line by Busio. But Shakhtar collected again, and they will go back into attack, and it's Matvienko who plays the ball out to Provod, who finds Bondarenko, and Bondarenko plays the ball across the box to Solomon, and it's a goal for Shakhtar. 1-0. Great little build-up play there from the wing and into the box, and the ball across, beating all the defenders and Calvo, and Solomon scores a great goal. Bondarenko with the ball across, and it just between the two Dinamo players, and side-footing that one home past Calvo. And we find ourselves trailing early on. Second half now, and it's Shakhtar on the attack again. This is Traore on the ball now, who plays in Stepanenko. And that is saved by Calvo. 65th minute, Solomon, the goal scorer, on the ball, and Traore steps around the defender, kicks the ball out to himself. It's one-on-one with Calvo, who makes the save and keeps it to 1-0. The corner now. Solomon turns inside, gets inside the box. He's driving again, and almost puts Shakhtar 2-0 up as that one fizzes past the bar. Just over the crossbar there. And we have not shown a lot at all, and this is mostly our first team starting, but we go on the attack here, and it is a counter, and it's Ivanoshets playing in Pekovic, and it is 1-1. The equalizer coming in the 74th minute, and rescuing a defeat with the run against the play. Everything's been Shakhtar. They could be 2-3-0 up, but they've squandered some of their chances, and we've hit them on the counter attack, and it's now 1-1. And that's how it would finish. A draw. We get out of that one, really, because they had all the attack. They really threatened our goal a lot. And if it wasn't for some saves from Calvo and some poor finishing from Shakhtar, this could be a lot less flattering scoreline. It's Shakhtar Donetsk 1, Dinamo Zagreb 1. And Ljubičić finally agrees to a deal, and he is going to leave the club. He has not had, he's not a bad player. He just hasn't had an opportunity to play. He doesn't really fit into our scheme. He's a center defensive midfielder. We don't run with any defensive midfielders. And so he's out, and he's going to Shakhtar. So we're going to see him again. And it's a $4.5 million deal. And the game rates it as an A grade deal. And, a bit of money. We needed to get some money in because we got that goal that we need to hit. And so that moves everything forward and gives him an opportunity to play somewhere else. Dragomir Juric has left our youth academy because he wasn't getting any game, or wasn't getting promoted, and he felt like he should be. We didn't feel the same way. And players like that, we kind of just let go. As we move into our second Champions League game against Mioveni, and because we have that 6-0 scoreline, we are playing our B team as Emreli gets an early strike on goal, and it is saved by the Mioveni keeper. Yeah, we're 6-0 up, So we're going to play the B team, give them some Champions League football as it is. A corner, and that is headed away as Hartley steps around a player, finds Emreli, and it is headed away again, but it's not over as Kleinheisler finds himself on the ball with a sea of players in front of him, and this is Misic with an underwhelming strike in the end. The captain of the B team. That one is harmlessly wide and no threat to the Mioveni keeper. 28th minute now, and we are in the attack. On the attack again, it's Marin here. Marin playing the ball back in, and it's Emreli with a goal. A header to the near post. And he scores again in the Champions League. And without knowing it, we found ourselves a nice backup striker, because he was on loan when we came to the club, and he's now just come back, and he's got some height on him. He's got good agility, and he scored a couple of goals already. So yeah, without even trying, we've picked up a somewhat valuable player. He's from Azerbaijan, from memory, as we go on attack again. 35th minute, Misic from way out forces a save from the keeper, and it's Misic again turning the ball over in defense, and he's going to go again, and this time it's a lot less dangerous as Mioveni from the throw from the keeper. And as you can see, they're not the best team, because that should have been a lot easier for the striker to get a goal there. He was all on his own in the clear, and somehow our defender was able to catch up with him, and that did require a save though, because that was curling in to the top corner as Mioveni on half time have a corner, and they go forward, and it is headed away, but not completely. They're still in the box here, Mioveni, and the shot is into the side netting, and 1-0 at half time as we go into the second half, and it's Kleinheisler playing in Hartley. Hartley having trouble getting goals, but he finds Emreli, who turns his defender and gets his second goal of the game. I've been giving him a big rap, and deservedly so, because he's scored 3 goals in this video. Lovely little turn, and quickly gets the shot off, and the keeper could not keep that one out. Almost just falling to the ground again, as they like to do in this game, and unable to make an impact as we find ourselves in the 56th minute. We turn the ball over. Mioveni are on the attack, and they play this ball out wide. It didn't look like much, and the ball comes in, and Calvo, for the first time, doesn't let one of those roll across him and actually pushes it out. And we go back on the attack as there is a foul. We were on the break, on the attack. It was kind of a professional foul, but nothing, no cards, as Mioveni go forward again. They're trying to rescue something here, rescue some pride. It's 8-0 on aggregate, and there's nothing they can do. They know they're going out. There's no more Champions League football for them. We are comfortably, safely through to the next round, unless the world's greatest lapse happens, as Kleinheisler goes forward on his own, runs inside. He goes for a big strike. It wasn't the time to do that. He gets the ball back, and he gives it to Marin, and Marin back to Kleinheisler, who plays in Misic. Now Misic goes for another big strike, and it is saved by the Mioveni keeper. I just can't get those ones to go to the top corner. And Mioveni are on the attack again. He's got to play a free, but he goes all on his own. And Calvo, brilliant save from Calvo. And it is the end of the game, and it's 2-0 and 8-0 on aggregate, and we will go through to the next phase of the Champions League. It is another playoff round before we have a chance to play some group stage Champions League football. So there is someone else we have to get past first. But for this one, it's Dinamo Zagreb 2, CS Mioveni 0. Someone that I've been scouting on the free agency is Agustin Cardozo from Argentina. We're looking for some backup players, some people to put into the second squad so we can move everyone that's a first team player up to the first team and just have some depth if players get injured. And we signed this guy quite easily off free agency. A good little pickup. It's not a star player. It's not anyone that we feel like, he's going to make a huge impact. He's already 26, but it's just literally for squad depth. And to have someone who is experienced with a decent-ish overall that can come in off the bench when we need him to and cover a role. Out goes Ward. As I was saying before, the Qatari player that we picked up in probably the first episode of this series. He has not played a game, I don't think. Maybe played one preseason game way back, but he's out. He is transferred to Granada CF, 2.5 million. We picked him up for next to nothing. It's an F rated negotiation. It really doesn't matter. I think there was something wrong there. There was a glitch because it said that our best possible scenario was -€1 sale. We are second to Ajax Athens in the league because we haven't been that strong so far. Like, we're not showing what we normally would do. We got a second goalkeeper because we've let out Navistic is out on loan, and we got Calvo who's in goal, and he's currently the goalkeeper for every team. So I thought we'd bring in someone to develop. This guy's 18 years old, D'Angelo. He's a free agent, 5-year deal, €2,000 a week. Someone that's tall. He's got a lot of height on him. Someone we can develop, get him some game time, and see what happens. Long term, if he turns out to be a star, then that's something that it's going to benefit us long term, and could be good things ahead. This is Cardozo coming in to the side, coming in to meet the manager. I always love how it's like I've never got enough time for the new players coming in to play for our team. So Cardozo is in, a midfielder, and we've also got D'Angelo, who is the goalkeeper, who's going to take the second goalkeeper role. So this is D'Angelo here coming in. It's weird the way the game just puts everything out of sync when these it's good to have these cutscenes, but you get Cardozo coming in, and then we get to see D'Angelo on the the signing, and then now D'Angelo comes in, and Cardozo should have come in before. And sometimes it's way out of sync as well. Like, you sign a player, and then it's a player that you signed 2-3 games ago. You'll get his cuts into him walking in the door. We had Kleinheisler when we signed him come in twice, and then we didn't see one of the major signings that we signed come in. And it's just weird how it does it. Sometimes it just can't sort of seem to figure out when things are happening. That's how tall D'Angelo is. He doesn't even fit into the screen. So his head was half cut off there. But I think I like having a nice tall goalkeeper who can, touch the bar. So we'll see what he can bring us. We were on the lookout for more squad depth, and I found this guy, Jesse Demigne, French player, center midfielder, 73 overall. That's decent for me. I think, with most of our players being around that 76 to 80 overall, he's a good bench player. Like, he's going to be good to come on, play some midfield for us. It was just a no-brainer to sign him off the free agency, so there's no transfer fee required. That's what I was saying. I've said it throughout all these videos. Free agency, you can pick up some absolute gems of free agency. So you just look out for it, see roughly what a player's like, and then scout them and you never know what you can pick up. We picked up Vega, we picked up this guy, Dominier, a lot of players off of the free agency. Our next Champions League playoff round is against Lech. So that will be the next video. Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, have beaten Manchester United 3-2 in the UEFA Super Cup. So that happened. And we move into the final game of this video against Univ Craiova, as we have an attempt on goal. That was Bochkai with the header from the corner. As we go forward again, and this is the B team playing Univ Craiova, and Adzani playing the ball in, and it's headed away, but they don't clear completely, and Marin forces a save from the keeper who pops it up, but it's now Univ Craiova on the attack in the 32nd minute, as the ball comes in and there's a player all on his own, and Calvo makes a great save, but it's not over yet. And another header off the line, as we are forced to scramble in defense to get the ball out. Second half now, and we are on the attack, and it's Hartley taking on the defense. Can Hartley get a goal finally? And no, he cannot, as his shot is saved by the Craiova keeper. I am really testing out those power strikes, but why not? Because if they come off, it's an easy goal. And Craiova on the attack now, and it's Roglic playing in Hanka, who it's saved by Calvo, but it's not kept out, and we are unable to clear, and Univ Craiova take the lead in the 56th minute of the game. And once again, our defense, this time it's our second team defense, and it wasn't Calvo, I apologize, it was D'Angelo. Couldn't get down that big frame. Our new goalkeeper signing, maybe like a Hamdanovic, just can't, it's just a big guy that can't get down. As you see, everyone was frozen in the background there. We go on the attack now. It's Emrelli with trying to, I went a bit gung-ho with, and it's Hartley, he gets the ball back. How did he miss that? He just cannot get a goal. Ken Hartley, as Craiova go on the attack again, and this ball is played into Koljic, and it's saved by D'Angelo brilliantly. That big frame doing the trick, but it's not over yet, as Roglic plays in Hanka again, and what has happened here? It is the second goal for Univ Craiova in the 85th minute of the game, and that is looking like a rare loss for us on the boards, on the cards. Defense at sea, and the striker is just able to walk straight in. Hanka and D'Angelo really just didn't. What was that effort? Just kind of like trotted next to the ball and then put a hand down like he was even trying to get it. 90th minute now, and it's Craiova going on the attack again as Bochkai gives the ball up, and it's Hanka playing in, and it comes off D'Angelo, and it's off the rebound. Craiova get their third goal, and it's a mess at the back. Koljic with the goal, as we have fallen to a team that we have beaten comfortably in many games last season. We have had our ass handed to us. And this is what I was talking about last season, where let's just pause on how well we were winning last season, because we are playing our full team for every league game because we had nothing else to compete for. And now we are starting to see that having to mix it up, having to rest players and having to rest our team for like Champions League games is going to cause problems. Dinamo Zagreb 0, Univ Craiova 3 at home. Not a good result. And that is the video for today, guys. So we have progressed in the Champions League. We have some issues that we need to sort out because we can't lose games like that if we are to try and get an opportunity at Champions League again next season. We need to finish in that top tier of the league, but we do need to play these players. We need to rest our main team from time to time this season because we got midweek games, and that's going to cause us to really have to shuffle things around and make sure that we got the best team possible available for the important games in the European competitions. But that's all for today, guys. Remember, if you liked the video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.